제니입니다. 여기 조명이 엄청 강하네요. 평소에도 빌리 음악을 너무너무 좋아하는 팬으로서 오늘 인터뷰를 제가 직접 하러 나왔는데요. 네, 함성은 빌리를 위해 아껴주세요. 그럼 바로 모시겠습니다. Let me introduce Billie Eilish! Jennie, everybody.
I'm good. How are you?
제가 오늘 인터뷰로서 열심히 빌리 양을 인터뷰해 보겠습니다. 잘 부탁드려요. And give it up for Billie, please. 박수. Well, okay. So my very first question today is gonna be, what was your mom's favorite song on the record?
I think my mom's favorite song on the record is The Greatest. But I know that she also really likes The Diner. But I know she likes the whole thing, so I think it's the whole thing.
What can you not like from the album? By the way, I'm so sorry, but did you wanted to say hi to your fans here?
Hi,
I forgot to give you guys some time.
Hello. Hi, guys. Hi. Thank you for listening to the album a bunch. I really appreciate it. I love you so much. Thank you for being here right now.
네, 여기가 조명이 엄청 세서 저희가 잘 안 보이지만 빌리가 너무너무 봐서 반갑다고 전했고요. 인터뷰를 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. Well, the album has been out for a few weeks now. How's it been seeing the fans supporting and loving your album?
It's been a trip. It's really amazing. I did not think that it would do so well, honestly. I think that I've been very surprised by everybody's reactions and the way that people have just been responding to it and talking about it and just relating to it, and that's been really, really cool. So it's truly been like a dream. I couldn't have asked for anything like more, you know?
Well, I love your album too, so. How does it feel being, I relate to this question a lot. How does it feel being in a country with, I'm so sorry, but fans singing along to your song in a whole different language?
I know.
I've been seeing a lot of videos, and especially Korean fans know word to word of every single song. How does it make you feel?
It's so crazy. It's funny, isn't it, that like art does that, you know, like translates. And it's like one of my favorite things in the world is to like speak and talk to someone where neither of us speak the same language, but you bond over something. And I think that music is one of those things. And I feel like I've met so many like kids that like are a fan of mine that we don't even speak the same language, and it's so amazing. And it's just like the most pure form of like connection I think that there is, and that's really cool. And it's cool every time I've done a show here to see everybody singing every word, and it's just amazing that anyone even outside of my state knows, let alone, you know, across the world knows who I am. It's really amazing. Thank you. Love you.
Was there any biggest surprise from the fans since the album dropped? Were you surprised by anything that the fans did or said, or anyone you met?
I mean, it's all been surprising. I feel like I'm always surprised what does well and like what doesn't. I think like people's love for like the song Love of My Life, L'amour de ma vie, is like, that one surprised me. I kind of thought that would be the sleeper of the album. I thought people wouldn't like care about that one, and they do, and that's cool.
I always love when the fans go for the song that you least expect from the album.
I feel like it always happens too.
That's the beauty of releasing the album, I guess.
I know.
What was what were you most excited for the fans to hear from their album, and what were you the most nervous about?
Good one.
Yeah.
Most excited. Honestly, the whole thing, I was really just excited for it to come out as a whole. So I think that, I think that I really was excited for people to hear like the greatest and like Skinny, just based off of like the, you know, songwriting and the melodies, and I don't know, I just think those are like close ones to my heart. But truly, like, there's no bias to anything. Like, there's no favoritism. I love the album so much equally. And then the thing I was the most nervous for, like the whole thing, I don't know. It was just, like I'm saying, like it was very vulnerable, and it was very, very me, I think, more than anything I've really made, and that's really scary. So.
Wow, that makes me happy to hear.
Yeah, thanks.
And also, I know the fans have been begging for True Blue for years, and I was wondering what made you decide to put it on this album?
Well, it was just like in the vault for years, and the original version of True Blue, you know, Phineas and I made when I was about 14, and he was like 18 or 19. I know, and we just never ended up doing anything with it, and then I think it just kind of got lost in the archives, and then like in like 2022, I think it got like leaked on TikTok or something, and people started talking about it, and I was annoyed at first, and then I was like, I kind of think this is kind of good. But then we talked about it, and we both were like, yeah, we should revisit that song, and then maybe like change it and make it more kind of us now. And so we rewrote the verse, and then we added a song called Born Blue that we also made years ago, and then we turned it into one song called Blue. So yeah, it needed to be done.
It's a beautiful song, I have to say.
Thanks, Jennie.
By the way, the Chihiro video was super awesome.
Thank you.
Do you have...
Thanks.
What are some memories or favorite moments from when you were shooting the video? Can I interrupt and say, me personally, towards the end when you were rolling around, I personally thought it was a great scene, but I'm gonna let you speak.
Thank you. I love that video too, and same. The ending, wrestling in the field was like very fun. I had a lot of fun with my friend. Favorite memory, I mean, it truly was like one of the greatest days of my life. It was so much fun. It's just like I never get to shoot anything or do anything involving work with a friend aside from like my brother. That's why like this is cool, because you're my friend, and that's nice. And like shoots, photo shoots and video shoots, like just, I'm always like alone. And it's fine, it's just like, you know, serious, it's like professional and whatever. And I had this idea for Chihiro, and I had my friend Nat in mind, and I was just like, he needs to do it. I just need him to do it. And I thought he wouldn't, and then it like worked out, and then he was in it, and it was so cool, because I didn't, you know, have to hire somebody that I didn't know, and somebody that I would have to like kind of be awkward around, just like somebody that's just like, I'm bonded with, you know, just like a true friend. And yeah, it was so much fun. So shout out to him.
That's great. Now we're gonna jump to a different question from all the music to give you a little break. Do you have any, so I get this question a lot. People ask me, because we travel a lot, I think. Do you have any comfort food that you enjoy? Maybe back home or out here, or when you travel?
Comfort food. Well, I feel like for me, it's more like reliable food, because I think when I'm traveling, it's kind of hard to find something that A, I can eat because I'm vegan, and then B, is good. No matter where I am, it's just hard. So I feel like I can always rely on like rice just like white rice.
No,
Love white rice.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll eat white rice and soy sauce like anytime, forever. That or like French fries.
You're right.
It's just reliable. It's like always
it
good.
It can't really go wrong.
You really can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm good. It's good. No matter where I am, I feel like there will be good French fries or rice.
You are very right. How random the order of these questions are. I'm going to keep going. What has been your creative inspiration for this album?
I don't even know. I feel like, this might sound like pretentious, but Phineas and I were kind of being inspired by what we were making. It was weird, like it sounds weird to say, but I can't really like pinpoint anything that was, I mean, I'm inspired by things all the time, you know, but I think that like overall, we had so many little like gadgets and toys we were using to make the album that we'd never used before that made us really inspired. Like little things where you press a button and it makes a weird little noise, or you record yourself and then you pitch it down, or you speed it up, or you whatever. And those were so weird and different, and they gave us so many ideas. And so I feel like we got ideas from getting more ideas, you know? I don't know, it's like hard to explain, but I think once we just started being a little more experimental, it just kind of kept flowing and going.
You did a great job answering this question, because I've had the creative inspirations questions before and I always blank out because you never know, like it's hard to pinpoint. But like you said, I agreed to what you said about once you just keep going, it just comes.
It just
along.
happens.
It just
happens. Yeah. Do you feel like you have any creative inspiration? I feel like it kind of just comes out. You know what I mean?
Definitely, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Is there any favorite part of vocal producing yourself? Because I know you and your brother made the album. You guys did it yourself. Did you learn anything new about yourself, or your voice, or your taste? Were you surprised by anything about you?
Good question. A lot of things. I feel like the more I do it, the better I get at it, and the more I learn. I think the biggest thing was that my vocal ability just has gotten so much stronger over the years since I was a teenager and started making music. And I think for Hit Me Hard and Soft, it was like the strongest I've ever been vocally. And so I was like stepping out of my comfort zone and trying new things, and that was really cool. And then just like learning the logic, which is what we make music on, like learning it better and learning all these little tricks and like how to edit on my vocals and add little effects to them. And yeah, I don't know.
You sound amazing in your album, so
Thanks.
I don't even know if there is any room for you to get better, but what's your favorite song to sing out loud in a car? Let me say, maybe from the album you can pick.
You're doing favorite song to sing out loud in a car. Of my own.
Give us two answers.
Okay,
maybe
I'll do one that's mine and one that's not mine. One that's mine. Maybe like, I really love Wildflower to sing.
I was just listening to that on my way here too.
No, you weren't.
Yes, of course.
Thanks. Yeah, I really like singing that song. It just feels really good in my voice, and it just like, you know? And then, easy answer for another song that I like to sing very loud in the car. There's a song called What I Know by Parachute, and none of you know that song, but it's like a classic from like, it's like a 2000s hit. I don't know if it was a hit, but it was to me and my brother. And it's like the best song. Oh my God. I love that song. And there's like the bridge, he just hits this like big high belt and it's the best in the world. And I will shout that one in the car any day.
Well, I bet everyone here is gonna go home listen to this song on the way
Don't
back.
judge me because it's like 2000s, but it's great. What is one for you?
My favorite song to sing in the car?
Yeah.
It has got to be Birth of Feathers. Everyone agree with me. It's the best song to sing in the car. Seriously, ever since the day it came out, I've just been loving it. And it's, especially with the weather in Korea, I think it's, with the wind and the sun, I think it goes so perfectly.
Oh my God, I love that.
How did the making of this album differ from the previous album?
It differed in that I was an adult for the first time. I've never been an adult making music before, and that was weird. That was very weird. Everything I've ever made has been while I am a teenager. And yeah, this was the first time I was a grown human.
Did you feel any more like freedom, or did you use anything that you learned over the years into yourself? I guess you knew better about yourself
Probably
than last.
I don't even know if I did. I think that, girl, I don't know. Like, when we were making this album, I was really struggling with who I was and what I wanted and if I wanted anything at all, to be real. So that was kind of my whole vibe at the time, which was really challenging to be inspired during. So I don't know, it was honestly really scary. Like Phineas and I were in a very different place than we've ever been, and it was very foreign and confusing and, you know, uncomfortable. And then it just took a lot of talking and communicating and pushing through that uncomfortable feeling and just getting to the other side. Yeah.
That's very nice. They also want me to ask you, what's your current anthem? I don't know why, because it should be hit me hard and soft, but still, if there is any current anthem that you might want to
Current anthem, gosh, trying to think. Gosh, I don't know.
Blackpink, maybe. I'm totally joking.
Your future solo album that you're working on right now.
Oh, yeah. Wink, wink, but
Wink,
yeah,
wink.
thank you.
I don't know though. I don't know.
Yeah, we could skip. Did you get to try any Korean food, or was there any Korean food that you've tried before that you liked maybe?
I need like some recommendations. I feel like I want to have like true good ass Korean food.
So, to my vegan friends, what I like to recommend is bibimbap, because it could be made with all sorts of vegetable of your choice, and it doesn't obviously have meat in it. But if you get any time, I would like to recommend you some bibimbap.
Please, I'm so in.
Okay, that's good. Is it just me, or I'm really hot right now, everyone? Why am I more nervous than Billie? But okay. Well, the Over Now extended edit is a new sound for you. What were you listening to that inspired you, or what's the behind story of that song?
I was listening to a lot, like I was in the gym all the time in that period of time. Like it's all I did was work out. And I was just listening to a lot of like cardio music and like upbeat workout playlists and stuff. And I just remember being like, I need more songs like this. And I had found a couple that were really good. There was like, there's like a Swedish House Mafia had this song called Red Light, which is, of course, the Police, but they made it into their own thing, and it's like so good. And then there's a song called Miss You by Oliver Tree, and then like some grime stuff. There was, what is it called? Violence, I think. It was like a remix of Violence that I was listening to a lot. And then LCD Sound System's Losing My Edge. I love that song. And then these are very specific. Like these, I have a list. And then another one would be like, it's called Heart Attack by like Owl Eyes or something. This is like a song I grew up dancing to. Yeah, those were like, that's literally the only songs I had on repeat over and over again. And I was like, I need to make one because I need more.
I think you definitely did. It's definitely a cardio song because, yeah, when you play it, we all want to jump. So now I think we're going to jump to some questions by our fans here. 네, 이제 팬분들이 궁금했던 질문을 물어보는 시간을 가질 텐데요. 다들 궁금한 점이 너무 많았죠, 빌리에게? Okay. I wish we could see their faces
I know.
with the light.
We can't see you guys at all. You're like fully in the dark. Could we get any more light on them?
Yeah.
Or less light on us?
Either way, please. Well,
Hi guys.
they're like gorgeous.
Okay, I can see you better. Can we get light on them, please? Can they understand me?
Yeah, 저희 불 좀 비춰주세요 팬분들에게.
Thank you, Jennie.
Now you get to see some waves. Okay, question number 1 is from a fan named 현동준 님이 여쭤보신 건데요. 이번 앨범을 통해 전하고 싶은 메시지는 translates to what message do you hope to convey with this album?
I've gotten this question before, and I have no idea at all. Because you know what? It's like, it ends up being a message, but I don't, it just comes so naturally that I don't even mean for that to happen. Like when I make stuff, and I'm sure you feel the same way, like when you make stuff, it's just like kind of, yeah, there we go, I can see you better. It just like pours out of you in a way. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it's harder to get, but I don't know what my message is. I think my message is whatever people get from the album, you know? I think my message is like interpretation, man, and like inspiration and your own, whatever it inspires you to feel and think and do with yourself. You know, I don't want to tell you how to feel. I don't want to force you to have some sort of to take something specific away. I think it's just like take away exactly what it makes you feel.
Wonderful answer. The second question is from 김예서님이 물어봐 주셨는데요. 이번 앨범에서 당신에게 가장 의미 있는 깊은 곡은 무엇인가요? 의미가 깊은 곡은 무엇인가요? Which song from this album is the most meaningful to you?
I think the greatest is, I think, why? Just because of what it's about, and just I wrote it in a time when I really needed to, and it also, aside from the subject matter, Phineas and I had been in such a lull of not being creative and not feeling inspired, and all of our ideas felt like we were yanking them out of ourselves, and the greatest just like suddenly was there, and then it opened the gates to like the rest of the album, which was really cool. And I don't think we would have like finished the album, or if we had, it wouldn't have been good if we hadn't made the greatest. So
Wow.
yeah.
그랬대요, 여러분.
What did
You'll
you
see.
say?
You'll see later.
Oh my God.
The next question is from 이도원님. I like this question when I get asked. 뮤지션이 되지 않았다면 무슨 직업을 가졌을 것 같아요? What do you think you would have had done if you didn't become a musician?
Well, I wanted to be a dancer.
Woo!
That's what I wanted to do with my life. That's what my plan was. And I don't even know if that would have happened anyway because I got injured and I kind of couldn't dance anymore, but I really wanted to be a dancer. So that was the thing. I also wanted to be like an Olympic gymnast, but that was never going to happen.
I think the world would have been happy with you being a dancer, but we got Billie instead as a singer, so.
I'm glad. This happened instead. What about you?
If I didn't become a musician?
Yeah.
It changes time to time, but I tell them I wanted to become like a panda.
Oh.
Like someone that takes care of a panda at a zoo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not a panda, but
like I was like, you wanted to become a panda?
not a panda.
So you want to be like a panda caretaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the zoo. I had a
Yeah.
passion for that. Many more, but I'm also here, so
I feel like you could still do that.
maybe as my sidekick.
Yeah, see?
I'm still looking into it.
Yeah.
So. Okay, this is an interesting question from 성민영님이 물어보자 주셨는데 모든 트랙 리스트를 대문자로 쓴 이유가 있을까요? Is there a reason why all the track titles on the album are in capital letters?
I'm just shouting. I'm just yelling it in your face, you know? Yeah, I just wanted to scream all the titles. I don't know, it just worked. Yeah, there's some meanings, but they're up for you guys to figure out.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
이재상님이 물어봐 주셨는데 가장 좋아하는 오피스 에피소드가 무엇인가요? What is your favorite episode of The Office?
For a long time it was Beach Games, but I watched it so much that I can't even watch it anymore. But I can, because it's really good. God, season 4, episode 1 is a solid one. I think that's Fun Run.
I should take notes.
Part 1. I know it too well. And then, yeah, like honestly, season 3 and 4.
Okay, good to know. Thank
Very
you, Billie. 정예린 님이 물어봐 주셨는데 이번 앨범에서 가장 본인의 마음이 잘 담겨 있는 곡을 고르자면 어떤 곡을 고를 것 같나요? Is there anyone who was your biggest inspiration for this album? Which is the wrong translation I see. I think the question should be asking what song speaks to your heart the most? And yeah.
Okay. From the album?
From the album.
Well, aside from the greatest, let me think. What song speaks to my heart the most? Maybe like Skinny, which is the title track. Thanks. And it's just like very honest. It's like a journal entry. And it was the first song that we wrote in its entirety for the album, which was very nice to think about. And it also really helped us write What Was I Made For? And then helped us write the rest of the album. So, yeah. Thanks.
This is a last question from your fan, Jennie. I'm asking, how was I as a terrible interview of your day?
You're so perfect. This is a lot of work to do for you.
I thought I would have done a better job.
No, you did such a stop. You did such a
But
job.
I just hope you had fun.
I feel bad
and
that you're
less of an interview, a little talk with your friend.
I feel bad that you're interviewing me because guys, look who is in front of me right now.
Well,
It's so cool. I love you, Jennie. Thank you for doing this.
you're definitely interviewing me when my album comes out.
Done. I'm there.
It is happening.
Duh.
여기까지가 저희가 준비한 시간이고요. 네, 저도 너무 슬퍼요. 빌리랑 여기서 계속 얘기하면 너무 재밌을 것 같은데 저도 이렇게 빌리와 뜻깊은 만남을 가질 수 있어서 너무 행복했습니다. Thank you everyone for coming and thank you to our amazing Billie for spending time with me. Thank you so much.
Guys. Love you so much. Thank you, Jennie. Everybody make some noise.
Thank you, Billie.